I'm gonna get into some more shit, so then I could be
do.
done with the shit. And after that, I got we're gonna get into our top 5 and the positive vibrations I got, and anything else you may be bringing. But this one is an interesting one, brother. The Postal Service is running a covert operations program that monitors Americans' social media posts, by Jana Winter. A law enforcement arm, which I already had to highlight because that's perplexing. A law enforcement arm of the U.S. Postal Service has been quietly running a program.
I heard about this.
That ICOP, Internet Covert Operations Program, have not previously been made public. The work involves having analysts trawl through. Did I say that word earlier? Trawl? And I thought I didn't know if I used it properly.
Troll?
Yeah, that's what they're doing. Trawl through. Where was I? Let's find trawl again. Trawl through social media sites to look for what the document describes as inflammatory postings, and then sharing that information across government agencies. So obviously, Eric Snowden blew the whistle on them collecting our data a long time ago, but nobody knew that the post office was involved. Analysts with the United States Postal Inspection Service's Internet Covert Operations Program monitored significant activity regarding planned protests occurring internationally and domestically on March 20th, 2021, says the March 16th government bulletin, marked as law enforcement sensitive. I don't want to read the whole thing, but the reason why obviously we're bringing this up, people, is because we already pointed out that these protests were being monitored the whole time under the guise of contact tracing.
Right.
So they were already compiling data. And now we find out that, they're even admitting to it. And they're like, this is what we were doing.
Yeah.
They were also scrubbing info from Facebook, Parler, and Telegram.
Wow.
Because that's how people were, putting together these organic or, or grassroots. I don't know if they
this
really
is the organization that we know about. How many other of these companies are out there, or agencies are out there doing that?
Oh, they probably... Data probably was the number. I would contend that data was the number one thing that people made money off of while we were all in the home. They were just collecting our data. Yeah. As everything we did. Yeah. And they did it under the guise, just like 9/11 when they took away our freedoms. Everything everybody saw it. We documented it. They put new apps on your phone that you had to deny or whatnot. Right. New things were popping up on our phone. The contact tracing I know was real because they were reporting it. Yeah. They were giving grades. I think I reported one time grades on which cities people were doing contact tracing the best. Yeah. And that's all based on the pings on our cell phone and shit. So wow. Yeah, these things are wild. It says they're currently monitoring social media channels for potential threats stemming from the scheduled protests and will disseminate intelligence updates as needed, the bulletin says. And here's a little something from Rachel Levinston Waldman. This seems a little bizarre. And she's the deputy director of the Brennan Center of Justice, Liberty, and National Security Program. Based on very minimal information that's available online, it appears that the ICOP is meant to root out misuse of the postal system by online actors, which doesn't seem to encompass what's going on here. Not at all. Let's see what else. The U.S. Postal Inspection Service did not respond to specific questions sent by Yahoo News about ICOP, but provided a general statement. U.S. Postal Inspection Service is the primary law enforcement, crime prevention, and security arm of the U.S. Postal Service. The statement said, as such, the U.S. Postal Inspection Service has federal law enforcement officers, postal inspectors, who enforce approximately 200 federal laws to achieve the agency's mission. So they're pretty much admitting to it. Yeah. Protect the U.S. Postal Service and its employees, infrastructure, customers, enforcement the laws that defend the nation's mail system from illegal and dangerous use, and ensure public trust in the mail system. Yeah. It's something that's interesting too, because
I wonder
you need some of these things in place, but I think it gets brought to the public attention because we know misuse is rampant, you know, and that's the problem. Go ahead. Did you want to give?
Nah. I kind of just answered my own question actually in my head.
I'll go lastly with this, and then we can discuss it. In order to preserve operational effectiveness, the U.S. Postal Inspection Service does not discuss protocols, investigative methods, or tools. So that's the skinny on that, folks. I thought that was interesting. Who's your daddy? Is it your mail lady? Is she your mama? Your mailman? Is that your daddy? Or
damn,
the people behind him that's you're gonna have everyone out there scrubbing your internet?
You're going to have everyone out there fucking screaming agent when the mailman comes.
I know. Let me not be rude because our mail lady is very nice. She promotes small businesses like my wife's. And I don't want anybody to have any hate or disdain for your mail lady because they don't have anything to do with this ICOP and these, like they said, law enforcement people. That's a different branch, but it's under the Postal Service. It's just crazy. Funny how things are compartmentalized.
Oh, yeah.
Like how come when we got the stimulus, that's when they gave the Pentagon the 180-day thing. It's like things that don't seem to be tied together often come out. You know, like what does one have to do with the other?
Kush and Ken Trash, the world's most dangerous podcast.